जी आमे किछि जीके क्वेश्चन विषय डिस्कशन करबा को जाउछे ठीक अछि तो वन बाय वन। तो प्रथम क्वेश्चन है निर्माण श्रमिक मृत्यु एवं दिव्यांग सहायता योजना रिसेंटली सीन इन द न्यूज इज एसोसिएटेड विथ व्हिच स्टेट सेटा छत्तीसगढ़। नेशनल मिशन ऑन कल्चरल मैपिंग recently seen in the news is a scheme administered by which ministry? That is Ministry of Culture. What is the main purpose of the skill loan scheme recently mentioned in Union Budget 2024 and 25? That is to provide institutional credit for skill development courses. Carbon credit trading scheme recently seen in news is an initiative of which ministry? कार्बन क्रेडिट ट्रेडिंग स्कीम माने सेटा मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पावर भितर जाउची। लाली बेहना स्कीम रिसेंटली सीन इन द न्यूज इज लॉन्च्ड बाय व्हिच स्टेट? दैट इज एमपी मध्य प्रदेश। पीएम कुसुम स्कीम recently seen in news comes under which ministry? Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana recently seen in the news was launched in which year? That is 2015. Mukhyamantri Maya Sanman Yojana, which was seen in the news, was launched by which state? Jharkhand. What is the main objective of the Pradhan Mantri Annadatta Sanskaran Abhijan PM Asha recently seen in news to ensure remunerative prices to farmers for their produce? What is the primary objective of the Vivad Se Vishwas scheme 2024? That is VSB 2.0 recently seen in news to reduce ongoing litigations related to income tax. Next ଆସିବା what is the primary purpose of the e-Samriddhi portal recently seen in news? That is for registration of farmers to procure pulses of MSP. Recently Tata Power Solar Systems Limited has launched Ghar Ghar Solar initiative in which state? Uttar Pradesh. Recently which organization has released a financial inclusion index? RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Recently which organization has approved $1.5 billion loan to India to develop the country's low carbon energy sector? That is World Bank. ए विषय रे मु गोटे शॉर्ट्स वीडियो रे भी सेंड करिथिली। Common Services Centers recently seen in news is an initiative of which ministry? That is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Which organization recently signed a deal in Goa with the GRAC for constructing indigenous ocean research vessel to unravel deep oceans? That is NCPOR, National Center for Polar and Ocean Research. Modified Interest Subvention Scheme MISS, Modified Interest Subvention Scheme recently seen in the news is implemented by which two organizations? That is NABARD and RBI. How much funding has the Finance Ministry recently allocated for the Namo Drone Didi scheme? 500 crore. What is the purpose of developing a climate finance taxonomy as announced in the Union Budget for 2024-25? That is to guide investors and banks in directing investment towards sustainable projects to address climatic change. How much funding has been allocated for the India AI mission for 2024-25 by the Ministry of Electronics and IT? That is 551 crore. Next, recently which organization has successfully completed 6 consecutive development trials of high-speed expandable aerial target? That means HIT, high-speed expandable aerial target, AVYAS, that is DRDO. Which countries recently participated in trilateral multi-domain exercise named Freedom is? South Korea, US and Japan. Alexandria, a port city, recently in the news due to the visit of Ian Tabar, is located in which country? Egypt. Recently, IF chief inaugurated Weapon System School, WSS, in which city? Hyderabad. Which organization has recently unveiled the prototype of India's indigenous light tank, Jorawar, that is DRDO. Technology Development Fund Scheme, recently seen in the news, is a program of which ministry? Ministry of Defense. Patriot Air Defense System, recently mentioned in the news, was developed by which country? That is USA. What is INS Brahmaputra? Recently mentioned in news. That is guided missile frigate. Mako missile, recently seen in the news, is developed by which country? United States. What is the primary objective of Kamaj 53949 Typhoon K vehicle, recently seen in news? Safe transportation of troops and military cargo in mine risk areas. तो ये आज जिके सेशन भिडियोटी शेष होची होप एटा जो मैंने भी कॉम्पिटिटिव पई पढुछन से मन पई हेल्पफुल रहबा वीडियोटी भल लागितिले लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब निश्चित करंतु थैंक यू।